Plenty of season left to go. 3 months of football ahead as we are underway here at Week 4. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air, it's Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead right away. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Almost feel bad for those fans who went to get food before finding their seats here, Brock. While they're waiting in line, we got a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage.
Now, I got a sense a few of them were scooting towards the tunnel to see what the roar was all about.
Yep.
Just like this guy scooting for the explosive touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Working quickly here. Slot man motioned over. Now Daniels off the play action. That's brought in by Luke McCaffrey. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 33 on 2nd down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Adoree Jackson makes the play. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd down, here's an option to the right. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, he lost the football. And the Commanders pick this one up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse. Like, all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
On first down, here's Daniels. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Play fake here, Daniels. Finds him on the crossing route. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders reach pay dirt for the first time this game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Play made by Deron Payne.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Hurts now from the gun. Finds his man Gray. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles break the tie here in the 1st. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Wangu now to return. Not a good return. They bring him down just beyond the 10. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense in the hurry up here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Eagles will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running right, it's Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns. And that running back sees the open space. He sees the green grass and finishes it off for 6.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts from the goal line. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. Escapes the pocket. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, you've got 2 more downs to try to find it first.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. He's on the move. Complete out to the right side. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down by Jalen Carter.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing now, off play action. He's going to push one deep down. That's grabbed inside the 30. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Again, Daniels to the air. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. 1 quarter down for these 2 NFC East teams. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have it following that interception on the final play of the 1st quarter. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing here, Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brown. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Has a man, it's Brown. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Hauled in by Gray. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On second down, here's Barkley. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
On third down, it's Hurts. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That goes as a punt of 43 yards. And the Commanders will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give to Mitchell, running left. Stiff arm success. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. Daniels on first down. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Commanders will have a first. Out of the gun, Daniels. And the man is there to knock that away.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Completes one to Ben Sinnott. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That play good for 17 and a first down. Mitchell up the middle. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. To throw, Daniels. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And he's out the clear. Into the red zone. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Wangu now to return. And look at this return. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Daniels coming back after that pick. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Chased out to his right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And they pick him off again. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They motion the tight end over. Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That's caught for the 1st. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Short pass brought in. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Completes this one to Gray. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
I'm sure, Coach, a play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Hurts. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Trying again, following the sack. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And the advantage now sits at 24.
I know, you always want to finish drives in the end zone, but no matter what, the important thing is they end in some kind of points, and that's mission accomplished there.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. He lets one fly deep downfield. And they pick him off again. Cooper to Gene in to pick it up. And the Eagles do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Wangu now to return. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's running with it. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
Buys time, rolling right. Complete out to the right. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 47. Got Sinnott, it's complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. On 1st down, here's Daniels. He sends this one to the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it...
And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he pushes them up to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Wilson's got it. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
They give to Barkley, left side. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Offense up to the line fast. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 46. Has him on the quick hitter. He's still going at the 30. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him out in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 27. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Commanders will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
As the open man downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down.
Plays like that are called twofers. It's why coaches live 2 years for one. All the planning, great play call, careful execution led to that, and it was still dropped to the turf, touchdown, lost. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Again, Daniels to the air. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
You know, Kate, that's exactly what that coverage was meant for. Make the quarterback throw it short, go up and rally, and get yourself off the field.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. From the gun, it's Daniels. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
And he's going to get in there for 2. The lead shrinks to 10. No dice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He gets a lot behind one. Deep depth. He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Well, that's sure one way to take the lid off a defense. Great work to find the biggest hole in the coverage. And more importantly, go exploit it.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Hurts now from the gun. That's into the hands of Barkley. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our 3rd quarter. So they'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we come back. It's Eagles football trying to carry the... First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They're going to run with Barkley. Has the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Daniels. Stays in the pocket. That's caught at the 25. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get it back to within 2 possessions. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Commanders again for 2 here. Now they send their back in motion right. And this is going to be caught, getting aggressive as they trail in this game, and that takes them 2 points closer. That's the 3rd time they've gone for 2, and now their 2nd conversion, so they've done pretty well in that spot today, partner.
Oh, come on, Kate. You know better than that. Even though they're 2 for 3, you know what every old salty coach is going to say.
You should have gotten all 3 of them.
Bingo! Any team that's willing to go for it expects to find success every single time.
That was my old coach. I thought it was pretty good. First and 10 now from the 30. They send a man in motion. First and 10. Here's Hurts. That one's cut along the left sideline. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you could strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles take a 16-point lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Wangu now to return. And he's out a little short of the 30.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Move in here, guys. Shut them down. Keep on the end zone.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Daniels now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. This one intended for the running back. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Daniels on 1st down. On the move, headed right. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Spread the field and send him all deep, baby. All right, this might be a stupid question, Brock, but what makes that play call successful against an NFL secondary?
Yeah, because 4 verts is good against a college secondary, a high school secondary, a Pop Warner secondary, because it burdens and stresses that defense.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Keely Ringo picks it off. Well, he looked maybe a little unsure of the call, Brock, and that 2-point try unraveled out there.
Or maybe they were just surprised by the look this defense came out in. Either way, unfortunately, not a whole lot you can do once that ball snapped. Got to find some way to make that call work.
Here's a return from the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got 1st down from the 31. Here's Hurts. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Hurts looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at 4th down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Hey, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3-and-out.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. His work begins at the 31. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Play fake here, Daniels. He beams one, Dave Bryson, and they pick him off again. Picked off by Quinion Mitchell. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, and the Bucs come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers. And he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Wangu now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Daniels coming back after that pick. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
And they pick him off again. Cooper to Gene in to pick it off.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 42 is Fine Smith. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Fits it through the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles put up even more points in a win. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one. More than likely for more gains to come.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles making a 24-point ball game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Wangu now to return. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Commanders hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a 1st. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was Terry McLaurin on the target. And it sets up 2nd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had. And incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Escapes the pocket. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it deep downfield. And they bring him down around the 34. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. Again, Daniels to the air. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk ask a thrower for something. It brings up second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the red zone now. He's got it. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
And that's a Washington touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some...
And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking this Springer. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. He's out in the clear. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They go to Barkley again. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. Stopped on the play by the rookie from Tennessee. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. And they draw first blood against a division rival.